Are we there? Are you done it? Yeah. Bless her. Yes, she is. Good morning. Welcome, everybody. How are you all today? Oh, our lovely... Try microphone on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
Just a second.
Oh, dear.
Just a second.
Oops. We're here.
Is it on?
It says it's on.
Yeah, it says it's picking up your voice.
Yeah. We're there.
Hello.
Woo! Do you know, them gremlins, I'm going to get them one day. There must be a gremlin trap that we can put out for them. Oh, we've got a Laura gremlin. Bless her.
I'm the gremlin today.
She's the gremlin today. Bless you, Laura.
Oh,
Absolutely,
no,
we've
the
all done it.
gremlins have just spilt my powder.
Oh,
everywhere.
We're having a moment. Anyway, thank you for joining us, our lovely crafty family out there. Bless you. Fabulous show with the Sospeso. It's a bit of a must for me, that one now. I've got a bit, it's got to absolutely have it. So thank you for coming along and joining us. We're having a lovely morning, aren't we? This show is all about stencils and having the right thing for the right job, okay? Now, right at the very top, I am going to tell you to shop for the stencils straight away because they are just beautiful, okay? So type in shop bloom. Oh, stencil. Shop stencil. That gets you all 4 stencils for $29.99. And when I say stencils, I mean stencils. They're massive. So thank you for joining us. Now, I know you're out there watching because I can see your lovely comments coming in. You can watch us on Facebook, Instagram, on our website, and also on YouTube if you wish to. Now, when you're shopping with us on Instagram and Facebook, you'll get a shop code, okay? So on the screen, you will see at the moment in big bold letters, shop powder. All you need to do is type that into the comments below as if you're talking to one another. Once you've sent that in off as a comment, you will then get another one back from us that says thank you for shopping with us. It's in reservation, okay? Once we've done that, at the end of the show, when you're ready for checking out any of those messages that you've had from us at Highlight, open it up, there's a link. Click the link then takes you whizzing to your shopping basket on our website. You log in, you check out. Ridiculously easy, okay? That's the same for Facebook and Instagram. However, when you're watching us live on our website, a little bit different, okay? While you're watching us, all of the individual items are on the screen for you to see and scroll through. When you're ready to make your purchase, you just literally click on the item that you want to purchase and click add to basket. Once you actually click add to basket, you get a little red shopping bag appear on your screen. When you're ready for our lovely packing ninjas to get those goodies out to you, all you need to do is click on your shopping basket, log in and check out. Ridiculously easy. Yeah, so easy. So, and I know we've got lots of you from all over the world that join us, so I want to say a great big welcome to every single one of you to the show. Now, a stencil, I think sometimes stencils are a little bit underrated. Stencils and embossing folders, they're tools, but what incredible tools these are. Look at how big this is. That is a 12 by 12 stencil and just stunningly beautiful. So the first thing I'm showing you is a fabulous bouquet. But you don't have to use all of the stencils, of course. You can mask elements off and just use the florals if you want to. So that's the bouquet. Then we've got the double floral with the foliage. And again, if you only wanted one of these, absolutely you can. Just mask it off. But look, these are statement pieces. Now, whether you're going to use any of the mediums that we've got on the show, but remember, Cadence, we bring you everything for your fabrics, etc. Imagine putting this on the back of a denim jacket with your fabric paints. Absolutely incredible. Now, these are this one. Now, I can just envision this on a door. Maybe you're upcycling a little cabinet at the side of your bed and you're going to pop this on the door, okay? Change the orientation a little bit if you want to. And this actually would make, if you wanted it to be this big, you could have a really big piece of canvas and that would create a beautiful wreath. You would just keep going round with it. And then we do have a wreath, okay? Look at that. So even masking out that foliage and maybe adding it in to your other stencils like that, laying it in there and then putting more flowers and more foliage again on this one. So the buildability off of these stencils as well is amazing. So this is from anything and it's going to cross-pollinate across all genres of your crafting. Whether you're making home decor, whether you're upcycling, whether you're doing fabrics and things like that. Absolutely gorgeous. So much variety on all of this. If you want all four, shop Stencil, $29.99. It is, let me just read it, Craftmaster, The Art of Blooms. Of course it is. Absolutely gorgeous. Just stunningly beautiful. But again, this, when you've got a tool and you look after them, you've got them forever. Now, these are the 4 physicals. Maybe, because we've had so many of you just recently, and especially at the shows, that have joined us, the SVG family, haven't you? Our scan and cutters. Welcome. We've got the SVG files, if that's the way you want to go, okay? So this one is Shop SVG, $19.99. Unbelievable. Yeah, aren't they just gorgeous? So now imagine taking these into canvas and tweaking them to whatever you want them to be. Stunning. So we're going to the Mylar. So I'm bringing you with me. Look, I'm taking you along with me. This is exactly the same Mylar that we use for making our stencils. Okay, that's what we use. It's a fabulous quality. Now this cuts beautifully with your scan and cut. It's been tested lots of times and you've seen Mel bring this lots of times, but this time we're bringing you a 12 by 12 sheet. So the Mylar, you're getting 10 sheets of Mylar, 12 by 12 for $14.99. Now all the prices, remember guys, that I'm giving you is before your discounts, okay? All of this is before your discounts, including the SVG files, everything that you get in, it's all before your discounts. So this is the one price, but then we're going to go in with the discount. So we're now going to move on to Aqua Stone. Now, I am just going to say fastest fingers first, okay? It's allocated, okay? That really was fastest. That is the one. You can say that when you receive this, it was seen on TV. It was on the counter, okay? That is the very one that you're getting, okay? So there you go. I'm going to have to move that. That's gone. Well done, whoever got that. So we do have the smaller ones in stock for you, okay? Because we just can't keep this in stock. 120 mil, $14.49 for this one. Now, when it says it's a stone, Aqua Stone varnish, the versatility, and I know we bandy the word versatility around all of the time, but it really is. It really is. The amount of products that you can put this into or put into this to mix up, to make glazes and pastes, it's just a phenomenal product. So on the counter today, I think if you haven't already got Aqua Stone, that would be in my basket for definite. If I've bought the SVGs, absolutely pop in our 12 by 12 Mylar because it's just incredible Mylar. And then again, if you bought these, the physicals, again, pop that in as an extra because it's just incredible. Right, we're going to go straight over to Stephanie to show you the demos because she's got some wonderful stuff prepped for you. And I'm a bit excited about this.
Right, guys, so first of all, we've got quite a lot of different, just lining this one up with this that way. We've got quite a lot of different mica powders on the show today. And the reason we have is there's so many different ways of you using them. Now, I have just put my stencil back over the top of this panel that I've done. And all we've done is we've got our highlight paints on. Now, the great thing about these is they take on a luster. And so this is actually white. It's this one. It's literally got a hint of lilac in it, or red, as you can see there. But it's a great product to mix with your mica powders to get a really intense colour. So let me show you what I've got on here. First of all, you've got the highlight on its own. Then I've got it mixed with the mica, so you can see it makes it into a paste. And then here, it's mixed with the Aqua Stone varnish, so it's much, much runnier and gives you a more fluid product to work with. So then, when I come on to here, of course I can use it, if I want to, just with my brushes. So I'm just going to put this on. I'm just going to stipple through the white and get a little bit of colour coming through here, and I'm then going to take it a little bit round the outside edge. Using this same brush, I'm going to go into the highlight, and I'm then going to come lightly round the outer edge, and you'll see what's going to happen is we'll start to see these colours just blending and fading in and out. So you get this really natural shading that happens just because we've picked up that colour. Then from there, I take this brush, and this is why I love the bags. I absolutely love these because look how clean and easy this is. For me to take my brush, I dip it in there. There's no contamination. I literally tap off any excess. I'm going to just tap it on the side there. And now I start here. And it's just going to give me a softer finish. And I'm going to get that mica just blending round the outside edge. And this one is from the other pack, not the Royal, it's the Noble. Is that correct? Yes, the first one, which is the Noble. So I'm just going to bring here this texture into here.
There we go, it's Royal.
Oh, it's Royal. I beg your pardon. I'm sorry, everybody.
I can see the picture on the screen,
so
Stephanie. So
I'm just putting in that bit of colour here and loving the way that I've gone from, and it's giving us texture too. Now, I just want to show you something else. You can go in with your finger and look at how I'm now softening that colour. And I'm just going to soften it round the outside edge of this stencil. So I'm literally putting that softness in here. And all you have to do is use a finger to just go in there and soften it. And I'm just going to bring it in to the edges. I'm going to leave that texture in the middle because I want that. We want it all just, because all these little bits are going to pick up the colour and the light. So that's that bit. Then I'm going to go into my bronze because I'm going to be using some of that. I'm not going to clean the brush. So you'll see how, and this one's actually is a pure bronze colour. So I'm going to get it in. I'm going to tap off a little bit of the excess because I just don't want too much on here. And I'm now going to come into here. And I am literally using it to get that bronze finish. And I'm just going to go over the edges. And the mica, and now you can see some of the blue pushing through. That's the effect we want. We want to be seeing this as it almost rainbows through it. And when you look at the design, you may be one of those people, I'm just going to let that fade away, who sees the 12 by 12 and thinks it's got to be that size. Absolutely it doesn't. We can just let this now just fade away there. And I'm just going to lift this off so cleanly.
Oh.
Let's just blow that. But look at how, and see how it's just faded and that luster that you're getting. Absolutely beautiful. And then you bring it up and I've softened it and I've made it light, and that's on white, guys. That's how. Imagine that on a bag. Imagine this in a canvas. Imagine that on the front of a card. blocked of them, tiled. There's so many things that you can do with this. Look at it on the clock that you can see there, that solid colour, where the mica has just been blended to give us that lovely soft finish. So I'm just going to show you each of those stencils done like this. So look at the detail that you're getting. Look at how that texture is there ready for us to work with. And then if I then start, and this is just my gesso. So you can be using your gesso to just colour the detail of it. And I can then be rubbing that colour in. Now, if you don't want any contamination at the back, because there's a little bit of contamination, I quite like it. All you do is you take your stencil, you let it dry, then take your stencil and pop it back on. And what you'll see is it literally fits in. So that, look, that's how well it fits in. And now when I come in here and I put my colour on, look at the effect that this is giving us. It is stunning. So we can go now, and it won't take long before the blue that is on this brush is going to start to come through. And
have you not picked any more colour up yet?
No, it's all with the same brush. And I am just picking up a tiny bit of that blue because I just want you to see the blue tint coming through. And as we get to the up here, we're going to have it much more blue. But look at the effect that you're getting here. It is just, I'm building it up as I come down. I'm just going to show you that bit. Look at that. It's stunning, isn't it?
Look at that.
So what we're going to do is we'll work on this, and you can keep taking it off, looking at it, putting it back on, checking it. And then the other thing that you can do, this is what I love about gesso, if you get something that you don't like, look at how you've got a few minutes, especially with this mica, where you can go back in.
Wiped it off.
And you can wipe it off. How good is that? So, right, so I'm going to put this back on so that I can now carry on with this graduated fill that we're going to do. But before I do, let me show you the other two designs that I've got here. So this one, I just think that is stunning. It's absolutely stunning. This one, look at them. They're beautiful. They really are beautiful. Now I'm going to share with you, these are our prep pastes. Now, when we come back, I'm going to show you another demonstration where I put the stencil back on and we're going to build up some texture so it looks like it's been hand done. So you look like you've been the sculptor. So this is using our texture pastes. So the Capella and our Cirrus, I personally prefer the Cirrus, but actually you choose whichever is your favourite. One of them's a slightly grittier, which is the Capella.
Capella is really smooth. Sirius is gritty.
Sirius is a little bit gritty. So it's the Sirius that we're going to use next.
Because you get a more texture with the Sirius.
Yes, you do indeed.
Do you want me to go back to the stencils, Andrew? So the 4 designs that you're actually getting now, wow. 12 by 12 stencils, okay? Absolutely incredible. All 4 for $29.99. They should be 59, is it 98? 96. 59 and 59.98, and we've slashed, and this is brand new product that we're bringing you, everybody, and it's $29.99 before your discounts. That's phenomenal. Now remember, when you're a Highlight Craft member, you've only got to get over that £35 to actually get your free postage. So you've not got much more to pop in your basket before you're even going to get them delivered for free, which is incredible. So all 4. One is a beautiful bouquet. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Look at that. So that on its own, and this is where you're now going to see the value for money, okay? $14.99 on its own. If you want to cherry pick and you just go, actually, there's one that I want, that's the one I want. So $14.99, shop hand picked. The next one I'm going to pick up is the one with the single floral on there, okay? Shop fancy. Isn't that again gorgeous? But again, $14.99, a 12 by 12. Okay, so, you know us crafters, we shop all over, don't we? So a few weekends ago, I was out and about doing a bit of shopping like you do. And an A4 stencil in a particular shop that I went, that's A4, was £18. A4. We're giving you these 12 by 12 at $14.99. Okay, incredible, just incredible. Now we're going to go again onto this one. This is your double blooms. This is the one that Stephanie was working with at the beginning here with this one. This is Shop Duet, again $14.99, 12 by 12 stencils, but you don't need to use all of it. Mask it off. You don't have to use all of it. And the last one is this one, and it's the wreath. That is just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. There we go. So the bundle now, if you want to cherry pick and just have the ones that you want, $14.99. However, your biggest saving today is to go for all four. And I think, why wouldn't you? Because they're all just gorgeous. The amount that you can actually work with is, when you've got the right tools, you can create the projects that you're wanting to make. From home decor, fabric, anything that you want to pop this on, because you know, here when we work with Cadence cover every genre that you could possibly think of wanting to put paint onto. This one I think would be lovely with the number in it. Maybe it's going to be for your door, you know, or a gate sign or something like that. Fancy gate sign, but I think it would look lovely. So those are the originals, okay, physicals. Now we're going to go for the SVGs. So SVGs, $19.99 for all four, which is brilliant. Now, if you are putting that in your basket, please pop in your Mylar, okay, because you're going to need this. Again, when you've got your SVG files, you can resize them and manipulate them by taking it into Canvas. I've quite had a bit of a journey myself just recently with Canvas. It's amazing. So pop your Mylar in at the same time. So Shop SVG is $19.99, okay, for all four images. And your Mylar is 10 sheets of 12 by 12, which is incredible. Okay, fantastic. So Aqua Stone. Now, you saw Stephanie using the Aqua Stone at the beginning because it was mixed in with different products. Like I say, just don't think of it as a top coat, because it is a top coat. You can use it for that method, absolutely. But the amount of mediums you can mix into this and it will still be waterproof is phenomenal, okay? You saw Stephanie using it with the micas. You can mix it into just, you know, powders into your paints. You can create glosses, etc. It's incredible. So we've got the, yeah, I think she has as well. So we've got the Aqua Stone. Please, again, pop that in. If you haven't already got it, it is a hero product. Stencil spray, again, another hero product, because when you've got stencils, I think it's a must. You do need your stencil spray, especially if you're going to be working onto furniture, okay? Because holding your stencil in place like that on a cupboard door is going to be really difficult. Do yourself a bit of a favour and buy the stencil spray so it stays in place, so it gives you arm ache. So the mica powders, you saw Stephanie using these. Oh my word. So here we have, look at this, shop powder. There are it's $39.99 and you've got 52 individual colours of 3 grams. Now, when you look at mica powder, it's even finer than talcum powder, okay? So when we say 3 grams, that's a lot of powder lot of powder, which is fantastic. And getting 52 of them, and it's just so lovely to have it like this because it's there. Having it visible and being able to see it makes you use it, doesn't it? If it's just in a box with a lid on, you forget about it. But having it out and being able to see it will make you actually pick it up and use it, and on many different products and projects. So then we're going to move on to the one at the front. This is the one with all the white and the iridescence in it. So this one is Shop Royal, $24.99. In this one, you're actually getting a little bit more mica powder, okay? There's 25 colours and you're getting 5 grams in each bag, okay? Which again, you've seen how good it is actually in the bag. Opening and holding the bag open and being able to dip into it and what you need, it makes it really convenient. So that is your Shop Royal. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful colours. I don't think I can actually. The Shop Royal limited stock, okay? Already gone limited stock for the Shop Royal, and that is phenomenal. So well done if you've actually got that in your baskets. It's brilliant. Now, the Royal is more of what I would classify as bolder colours, and that's where you're going to get the transfer colours in. The Shop Noble, for me, these are your pastels, okay? You've got a little bit more subtle. I mean, there's nothing subtle about a mica powder, I have to say. Because there really isn't. Look at that green. Look at those. Oh, my word. Now we're getting into my favourite colours down here. These, as you can tell on my fingernail. Yeah, some of my favourite colours. Beautiful. Aren't they stunning? They really are stunning. So again, in your little packets, remember there are 5 grams, okay, for $24.99. Brilliant. And you're getting 25 colours. Fantastic. So we're going to Stephanie because I think she's definitely done something because we've heard her. So,
I didn't mean to. Right,
okay.
So what I've done, I've started just building this up as we said we were going to. And so I've got a little, so that it made it quicker for me. I've put out a little bit of each of these powders. And all you need to do is you take your spatula and you go into whichever powders you want to use. And I mean, gosh, there are so many amazing colours in here. I'm just going to choose one of them. And you literally come into this powder, tap the packet down before you start. So you literally just tap it down, take your spatula and tiniest little bit and pop that there. Okay, so then you take this and you put it to one side and we're ready to go. But I've got 3 lots of my highlights on here. I've got a green, a blue and a red. I think we need a coffee break, Amanda. I think
Do we need a coffee break?
And a coffee break.
Do you think so?
I think we might
Shall I
need
fetch the
a
trolley?
Amanda's got a tea trolley.
I've got a tea
You should
trolley.
see it. Oh, it's a bit cool. We'll show you. Might be a little sneaky peek of something that's coming up tomorrow. Amanda, where's the tea? Oh, there's none in it.
No, I know, because I thought it would have gone cold.
Oh, it's tea and cakes.
Tea and cake.
Oh,
Would you like the
can
one with
I
the jam
have?
in?
The one with the... Oh, yes. Can I have the slice? Don't mind fingers.
There you go.
Oh, look at
Would
this
you like the
one.
one? Laura, which one would
Oh,
you like?
look.
With the Rolos?
The Rolos.
You've been eyeing the Rolos. Would you like the
Oh,
Rolos?
yeah.
Look at those.
Oh.
Would you like those? How about that?
Oh, you're gonna give Laura your last Rolo.
I know, right? I know.
Oh, can
yeah.
I have the one with the strawberry?
You want the
The
strawberries?
strawberry cream on it.
Oh, yeah, you
You
want-
can have this one back.
Oh, thank you. Did you?
I did have a lick of the jam.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh yeah. Yum,
About
yum,
cupcake?
yum.
Would you like a cupcake with a bit of...
Oh, bit of cream on.
Bit
Yes,
cream on.
guess what we're making tomorrow? Cake candles. Oh my goodness me. Now this is where candle making actually goes into technique, isn't it, Amanda? And look at all those cupcakes. And I wonder I wonder what you would charge for one of those, or what somebody would think you've paid for it if you gave that as a present.
Exactly. And they smell amazing. They literally smell like vanilla and things like that. They smell incredible. How about that? Yeah?
Tomorrow.
That's tomorrow morning. That is, and I've had a whale of a time. Absolutely whale of a time.
Yeah, we've
done it all without David, haven't we? Bless him.
I know. Never mind. Perhaps he won't go on holiday again. But you know what? That's what happens when you go away. No, that sounds mean, doesn't it? We didn't mean it to be. We just the way the cookie crumbles. Oh no, sorry, the cake. Did you see what I did then? I didn't even realise how good I was. Right, so
you did a David.
So I'm just going to put some of this extra colour in. Now, so this is the way you build it up. First of all, because mica can be quite soft on black, but we want it to be really strong here. We want the colour to be the main part of the design. We really want to get this colour and this graduation and shading and rainbow. We want all of this working. And you can see I've got very little of it actually on the stencil itself. So I've worked to about here. And what I did, first of all, is I'm taking a little bit of the highlight paint. And the reason that we're choosing this is because it has a luster to it. So look at that gold. That's the highlight gold. This one's the blue. So by the time I've added my mica gold to it, look what happens there. And if I then add my blue to mica, see how amazing that looks. Look at the difference that's gone. And this one, which is my red, if I then bring the purple into it, look at what happens there. So if you said to me, what paint do you need to buy for this? I would absolutely 100% say you need your highlights to work with any micas that you're doing. So next thing, I've got my colour on here. I'm just going to use up the colour that I've already got on here. So I've laid down a foundation coat and the base coat, and that's giving me something for the mica to adhere to. So now I can work with raw mica, and you can see how this is literally sticking to that work. And it's really, look at the colour, depending on how much you pick up on your brush, it's really holding the shade. And because we've got texture, so I'm just going to blend that in because I don't want obvious lines. Look at, let's get that blended in. We're coming over out this other side and we're bringing in more of that purple and we're bringing that colour back, and then I'm going to bring in some of that gold and bring that up here, and we're just going to start to bring it into the leaves. And with the brush, when you're working with it, you're going round and round in circles. Of course, that literally takes the mica in a swirl. If when you think you've run out, you swirl back the other way, you'll be amazed how much mica's left on the brush. So go back. So I'm going in both directions. I'm going that way and that way, using it all. I'm going to bring in some more purple into here because I want this to go from the blues round into the purples. We're going to meet with the bronze and the gold at the top. So I'm just getting this really intensifying the colour. So I'm just going to get a little bit there. And it works so well when you put it back, the stencil back down, because you get that extra bit of dimension here. Remember, we washed off the mica from this side, so I'm just going to pick up a little bit more of our highlight because I want to bring that up here, and take a little bit more of our gold just on the very tips of these petals. And then I need some more of my purple down here. Just going to get that, and that needs to blend into the blue. So that blue is going to blend in here, and it's going to come up here. Right, we're ready to do a reveal. You're going to love the results here. Are you ready for this, everybody? Okay. Oh, wow.
Wow. Oh, my word.
How gorgeous is that? Now, if I stand that upright so that Laura can get her shot. Now, this could be, because your highlight will go on to anything, I put the gesso on to give it depth because I didn't want it flat. I wanted it to have some depth to it. But if you were doing this directly onto a canvas or a piece of fabric, a cushion, a bag, a wall, all you would need to do is put your base coat down. It doesn't have to have the height, but the height does help the stencil from moving. But look at that.
That's gorgeous.
Really does look great, doesn't it? Now, I've got Sirius and Capella in a moment, but you want to show everybody what we've got, Amanda, don't you? And then I'll show you a couple of little tricks with it.
So, we're going to go to the Sirius. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, this is what gives you that height and depth when you're actually doing your creating with your stencils, okay? You may have seen our lovely Mel work with it before. Again, it's one of those hero products. I can say probably there's a top 10 within Cadence that we love to use, but this is just gorgeous. Now, the Sirius is the one that gives you more of a matte finish, and it's got more texture in it. You can feel the texture within it, okay? Sorry, there you go. And so that's the Sirius. Again, they're both... It depends on whether you want matte or you want shiny. That's the difference between the two, really. There's not a massive difference between the two. They're both the same weight, okay? They give you the same depth, etc. It just is a personal preference as to the finish. But then, at the end of the day, when you're going to paint over the top of it, I don't think it matters which one it is that you're putting on, really. But that one gives you more texture. So if you are somebody that when you've done your stencil, you then like to go in and pounce and get little peaks, that is going to give you more peaks, more texture, because it's actually got texture built into the product. Then on the Capella, this one is very smooth, very, very creamy, okay? It is just like working with almost like double cream. But also, like Stephanie's working with at the moment, you can paint with it. Loved it. It was gorgeous. Thank you, everybody, commenting. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So when is mica powder not just mica powder? When you can make home decor that looks like that, why wouldn't you? So then the Capella, just a bit smoother. That's all it is. There's no texture within it. It is very much like working with a very thick custard or a very thick cream. Okay, so that is how you would use it. So if you're going to want to make that raised texture through your stencils, absolutely, this is the way to go. But again, it's your preference. Personally, I'd buy both. At $12.99, I definitely would be buying both. So we're now popping back over to Stephanie.
Right, so guys, what I've done now is I've got one that's already been pasted and it's dry. So this was done yesterday to make sure that it was dry. This one was done with the Sirius. So, Sirius, yeah. Then what I've got is I've got a small brush and I'm just going to pick up a small amount of the paste. And I'm starting on the outside edge and I'm just flicking little bits of it in. And the reason that I'm doing this is I want to get some texture in it and some height. So I want the outside edges of my work to be chunky, chunkier than the middles. And you've seen how smooth it was. I'm just going to lift that up again. You can see, look how smooth those leaves are. So it's all super, super smooth. But what I'm doing now is I'm pulling in that bit of texture. And I'm just going to show you here the difference. So can you see how I've started to get the veining in the leaves and the texture in the leaves? It looks so, so textured. So more of this, and then like here. Mel, can I just ask you, did I get these the right way round? Which one you did with which?
That's serious.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just wanted to double check. Right, so then here, because it's held really, really tightly up against the edges, you can get, and you can build it up like this. Look, I'm getting lots of texture, and then pull it in. So you're actually pulling in, let's get it, some little veins into it. So I'm going to keep going. It's going to take me a minute or two. So I'm just going to keep going and pull in this texture. And once I've got that in, I'm actually using my decorative painting brushes. You can come in with your, any of your spatula palette knives. So it's pulling in the texture. So what I need to do now is add some detail in and I'm going to also pick up some of our highlight paint as well. So we're going to have a little bit of this coming into it. Can you see now? That's getting those textures. And your brush is going to look like mine. You're going to get lots of paint on it. But we want that to build in the texture that we're putting in. So here we go. Let's put some of that down so I can pull it like this. Let's get more of it up here so I can pull it down like that. Takes a few minutes to do, but it's well worth it. So I'm pulling this in. It's the reveal that really brings it to life. And if you do want to, you can take a little bit of mica to just add in a little bit more colour. And I do tend to clean my stencils between applications, because if it's clean and you've cleaned it up, it does make a difference to how close you can get the elements of it. And because all the products are water-based, it's so simple. You just literally, let's put that down. You literally, all you do is go under the tap and clean them with a cloth. One of those green scrubby things is good. So there, I think they're called scourers.
Yeah.
Anybody who does lots of washing up will know. There you go, Andrew's saying he does all of it. Do you have a dishwasher at home?
Yeah. I do use a scourer though as well.
Do you know what? Some people are really good with dishwashers at loading them, aren't they? And others are rubbish. You know,
Yeah, some people are really
There are those
They're
in
really
the family
bad.
that actually load the dishwasher like they're an architect.
That's what
Yes.
I'm like.
That's
I'm
me.
So good at
Yeah,
so good
I
at
can
this.
load the full, and then the kids will come along and go, they just put it in haphazard, and there's about 7 things in there.
Yeah, it's just a waste of a wash though.
it's true though, isn't it? Everybody's got their own different things that they do with it. So this white on white plaster work you'll have seen in all the home style stores. They've all got it at the moment. It's like a thing, you know. People putting white plaster pieces on their walls, and they cost a fortune. Doing this yourself is so affordable because literally you're choosing to do it so that it works with your decor, not just, you can have the size that you want. Right, I'm just going to lift this off and let you see how it's coming along. So look at how, if I lift that out, how you're getting all this texture built in here. And then I'm just going to show you another little technique where we put this all the way around. So we take it up to the edge there, like that. Need a bit more. And this is really fun to do. So you get more of the paste. You go right up to the edges, like that. Push it so that it's high on the edge. So like that. Then I need to just wipe this down, and you're just going to blend that texture and try and do it in full strokes across the leaf. So like that, blend it. So it's the outside edge of the petals that look like they've been made to be dimensional. And then I'm just going to pull that down there, and let's put that in here, push this up, and then just again push that to the edges. Get my nice clean brush. So can you hot foil? What a brilliant question, Lorna. Can you hot foil on the Sirius and Capella?
Yes.
Absolutely, yes you can. And the other question she's got is, how do we clean mop brushes? Well, a mop brush, first of all, for those of you that have seen, most of them are made of goat's hair, the ones that we sell are. So they're lovely and soft and fluffy on the top. And you'll end up with, particularly if you've been using it with acrylics, it gets like, it's a bit like having mascara on. It's on the edges of all the little individual brushes, isn't it?
Yep.
So what you need to do, get some soap in your hand, in the palm of your hand. You need to hold the bristles tight like this and work it like that in your hand. Then splay it out with your fingers and use your fingers to release off all of that acrylic paint. So it literally will be sitting in there on those things. And then you get it in your hand and you go like that, and you lean back because it sprays you with water while you're drying it. If the acrylic isn't coming out very easily, get your Cadence brush cleaner. Put your brush cleaner in your palm of your hand and go into that, and that will bring your brush back to life. If it's been left on there for quite a long time, it could take a while for you to clean it. But otherwise, you should be able to clean it down fairly easily. But that's a good indicator of why we should actually clean our brushes as we go along, which none of us do. Even when you work in the industry, one of our biggest things is we don't clean our brushes enough. And you should really learn to love them, because they are our biggest and best tools. So I'm just teasing all of this paste to the outside edges, and then we're just going to pull it in like this and just softening the edges and pull it in. And that way, what it does is it disguises the fact it's a stencil. It makes it look like we've done it by hand. We've used that plaster technique where you literally, and you can wait until it's starting to dry like I am now, and then pull it down a little bit more. So let me show you that in a bit more detail. So it actually looks like you've piped it on and pulled it down.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
That's a brilliant little cheat.
It's fantastic.
So whether you go from really smooth detail, where you're getting solid colour or soft colour or texture, it's just fun. And I could spend my whole afternoon just sitting and doing this canvas. Wow. Just going to keep going with it while I'm just going to put a bit more on here and keep going.
So just a little recap on the stencils. Now remember everybody, these are 12 by 12. They're huge, okay? But you don't have to use all of it. As you saw Stephanie right at the very beginning of the show, she only used a little tiny 6 by 6 stencil. You can use anything, fade it off the edges, it looks stunning. And again, I think the 12 by 12s are just amazing to cross-pollinate across all the different ideas of what you're wanting to do, whether it's upcycling furniture, upcycling fabric, cushion covers, home decor. The world's your lobster with these, I'm afraid. So, Shop Stencil, $29.98. Already discounted, okay? So they should be $59.96, okay? So next is the SVGs and the Mylar. Now, just very quickly, you can do these separately. If you want a single one, they're all $14.99. It's your choice, but you can see that on when you're scrolling through. Now, SVGs. Now, you know that we all love the Brother Scan and Cut, okay? So the SVGs make it a little bit different. So you can then resize them, okay? So if you only want a 6x6 stencil, make a 6x6 stencil, absolutely. If you then want to manipulate it and change it, take it into canvas, take flowers out of different places and build them back in somewhere else. Make your own stencils from these as well, which is just amazing. So having the SVG files really are making it seriously versatile for you. However, I wouldn't just go for the SVG files on their own. I would be absolutely putting in our incredible 12x12 Mylar. Now, you do get 10 sheets in here.
10?
10 sheets of Mylar. 10 sheets of 12x12 Mylar in the packet. That's brilliant, isn't it? So even if you want to make
it?
So the Mylar is, Andrew,
So that's
£14.99.
£1.49 per 12x12 stencil.
No, because they get the discount first, Stephanie.
Oh my gosh, guys, that's crazy. How have we
It's
done
less.
that?
It's less than that.
It costs that much.
That is fantastic. So 10 of them for £14.99, and they're 12x12. So now, I mean, you could say, right, I'm going to get those because I only like 6x6 stencils. You're going to cut them all into 6x6s. 40. Yes, thank you. Laura's my dictionary and my calculator. You'd get 40 stencils. How about that if you're wanting to make 6x6? How amazing. That's fantastic. So if I'm going for, or if you, well, personally, I would definitely do this. My basket today, if you're wanting to create your stencils, is definitely Mylar, SVG files, check. Brilliant. Mylar, check. And then the stencil spray. Now, I am going to say it is a hero product of Cadence because it helps with a lot of things. But if you're somebody that is worried about your stencil moving while you're working with it, just spray a little bit of this on the back of it and it keeps it in situ, and then you haven't got to worry about it at all. Now, like I said, if you are going to do these as effects on your wall, standing with a long time, holding your hand up like that and going round and doing this, stencil spray on the back is going to make your life so much easier. And again, upcycling furniture, and also some of the products you may find using the stencil spray, you don't get the bleed underneath. If you think you've got to practice with your stencils to eliminate that bleed and the lifting, the product going underneath, stencil spray is your best friend to eliminate all of that. So thank you, guys. Are we about done, Mr. Drew? We've got 2 minutes. Let's go back to Stephanie for a last 2 minutes. Oh, Stephanie, that looks lovely.
So look at how now I'm building it up so it looks like a sculpture rather than a stencil. So you can see that. Does that, have I got that right for you, Laura?
Absolutely, you can see it.
You can see that sculpture
Beautiful.
effect. And you go back, and once you've done one layer, I then would come back and I'd be building up my second layer. So I'm now going to put in some of the veins that we've got in here. So you can see that I'm starting to get extra dimension in it. And it is so effective.
That
that
paste
you've got.
is brilliant, isn't it?
It is. This is the one you need. The Cirrus, I believe. I think it's perfect for this.
Look at that.
Just going to get that extra depth in there. Look at how effective it is. So all you do, you put a big amount of it on, make sure your brush is clean, move it into the place that you want it, and it's very forgiving. So then you flatten it down and you just then spread it out. And it's going to take a couple of hours to go off. Look at that. I've got that really high, that one. That's brilliant. It's going to take a couple of hours to go off, but overnight, really. So I'm pushing that right up there, then cleaning my brush off on the edges.
Look at that.
And then
it's like
pulling that down like this. And it's a really big popular technique at the moment.
It's massive.
Where people are doing this texturing and you're just pulling it back up to the side. So you're creating those lovely curves on those leaves, and then I'm just going to pull it down just a little bit like that. Pull.
Look at that.
There.
That's stunning.
So you've got that lovely depth, and look at how we're going to build this up. Oh my gosh, I can get every petal turning. Wow.
Oh, we didn't say goodbye. That happened really quickly.
Wow.
Apparently we're saying goodbye, everybody.
Oh,
remember
okay.
to check out your